another hot one on the way. We have a heat advisory issued in the desert.
This all began with a search for Ogden Kellogg and Eleanor Dart. I had moved to California in 1964, and I joined the San Diego chapter of the Sierra Club because I liked climbing. I became familiar with a lot of the areas around here. Well, this couple, Ogden Kellogg and Eleanor Dart, were college students who went down to climb Picacho del Diablo in February 1967. They became lost or stuck on the mountain. And their families called the Mexicans, and the Mexicans didn't have any idea exactly how to do it. Eleanor Dart's father was also on the Sierra Club, and he knew that we were all belonged to the rock climbing section. He called me because he knew that we were familiar with mountain travel and asked me to go down, and I got a bunch of people with the RCS to go down to Picacho del Diablo in Mexico. We searched for about 3 or 4 days down there and didn't find him. The problem that we had was this was a real big mountain and we didn't know it too well. When we got back to San Diego, there were about 15 of us with the RCS decided that we needed to know how to do search and rescue because we needed to respond to these kind of things if they happened again. So we met at in Balboa Park, had a meeting, and we decided that we had to form a team, and it was almost right away named the San Diego Mountain Rescue Team. We also became associated with the Mountain Rescue Association, realized that we had to belong to that. Two of the teams that really helped us in this were the Riverside Mountain Rescue Unit and the Sierra Madre Search and Rescue Team. We knew we had to incorporate as a nonprofit corporation, so that happened in I think it was May of 1968. We soon realized that we had to be able to work with the Sheriff's Department because in California the law is that the agency that responds for searches is the law enforcement agency for the site where the person was either lost or lived. So that was the San Diego Sheriff's Department. And we got together with his sheriffs and soon became familiar with their procedures and worked with them, trained with them, and then we became an associate member. McCoy was not part of the RCS. She was not a rock climber, but she belonged to the Sierra Club. She called me and said, could she join? And I said, well, we're only having people who are rock climbers, but she said, I'll be your cook. So she came on as a cook, but quickly we found out that her skills were more about organization and raising money and doing things like that, and she was very smart. So she became our secretary for a while, and also was able to get us a lot of equipment and get donations. She lived in La Jolla, so she had connections.
My name is Lois Clark McCoy. I'm one of the 6 founders of the San Diego Mountain Rescue Team. In 1967, 1968, we really got organized in the early 70s. It took us a while to get up to speed, you know. Proficient hikers, you understand. Mountaineers, no. Rescuers, no. We had to learn all of that, you know. But we had a common goal, and that was to save more people more quickly.
It used to be that we got a call from the sheriff, would call one of our members, and that member would call 2 or 3 other members. So we had a phone tree, and that was not very efficient. Then we had pager. The sheriff could put out a message, and we would all get it on the pager. Some of us still have those pagers, but they've been superseded by, of course, cell phones.
Forecast for the deserts. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs 107 to 112.
And our bearing is 60 degrees 2.
And we would still like you to continue on that bearing of...
Ab Taylor, he was with the U.S. Border Patrol for 31 years as a tracker and a Border Patrol agent, but he spent a lot of time working with the San Diego Mountain Rescue Team and to help make people track aware more than to teach people to be trackers. Lois McCoy badgered him and kept pressing and pressing him until he finally said yes, that he would come and teach our team in the early 70s to learn how to track. And it evolved through the years that we became better trackers and learned how to teach what Ab and Jack Kearney had through the process. In the 70s, Ab Taylor and Jack Kearney and a few others came up with a step-by-step tracking method.
Yeah!
You can swing your stick in an arc, holding it.
We have our point person who's up in the front, and then we have 2 flankers on the side.
When you lose a horse, when you're a prospector, do you go into town and get the sheriff and say, form a posse, we gotta find my horse? No, you track the horse and you'll find him pretty close by eating grass. You've got to understand that people do not travel far when they're lost.
Right there.
Cool.
Team 5, unsigned and tracking. Our direction of travel is 270.
Trade Association lecture. I'm just going to sort of go through ideas that I think might help you out here.
So say like that's probably 10.
Actually, you know what? It's only a couple contours below us.
There were only 3 women west of the Mississippi in the Mountain Rescue Association, which was the governing group of all the mountain rescue teams, both on the East Coast and on the West Coast. The middle of the country didn't seem to have any big mountains, so there weren't any mountain rescuers.
All right, then we'll take our time. We'll get you on our system. All right, we're ready to lower.
We're trying to avoid, so as you're working in GD,
Is that good?
if you're calling back to
Try it.
the
Don't lock that yet.
okay. Away from the speaker.
Is a lot greater than it would be down below.
Okay, good call. And that can be, you know, it's going to depend on the load.
Command, this is Team 3. Team 3, go ahead. Team 3's got the litter.
We used to go down to Baja a lot because that was where we originally started, and we used to do that. And mostly we were Americans who had gotten stuck on the mountains down there.
I'm Wes Reynolds, and I'm one of the earliest members of the organization. The pilot, he took off to fly from San Diego area to Arizona. When he turns off to the south, where does he go? Goes into Mexico, Baja California. We found him. We went down there and spent a whole week down there. I took my Volkswagen camper, had a place to sleep, eat. Another time we went down looking for motorcycles. There were about 4 in that group. Oh, they wanted to walk clear into the Gulf of California. Yosemite, near the floor of the Yosemite. We saw this cave, had to climb up through those rocks and go through a horizontal slit. The next thing we knew, somebody was in trouble, had fallen, taken a broken leg. So we put a letter could be put in a level situation and lowered on the line to right down to the bottom where the boy was. Put him in there, lashed him in, and they hauled him up to the top and pulled him out through the opening. And we helped him down from there to an ambulance. We had a good reputation. We had 8 of our old people from San Diego. There were 8 from one of the other teams up in the LA area, the mountain area. And the family put us on a plane and flew us from LA to New York State. And we got organized there. One assignment I had with one other person dropped us off on a road in this state park. Trees like this. Couldn't say more than 200 feet. But I had a compass. Took this kid to try to find him. We were not successful. Probably wandered off. We really don't know. He just disappeared in the big forests. He's by himself, which leads us to teach people never hike alone.
I was called to go to a search up in Colorado in the mountains there, and we were flown there by the Air Force, and participated in a search for a while there.
Help! Anybody there?
Hello.
Hello!
Hi.
Help!
I'm with San Diego Mountain Search and Rescue Team.
Oh, thank
this
God.
is John. We're here to help you.
I was out mountain biking and I got a flat tire.
Command, this is Medic. Medic, go ahead. Stand by for primary and secondary assessment.
That's a 50, right? I got a 50 and 100, and he's got.
Okay, let's set it on that rock right in front of you. Dennis.
The patient is in safe condition. He is currently being packaged
set up.
and at 0922, blood pressure 125 over 76.
Snow camping. That's what I liked. You carry a pack, skis, or snowshoes. I like snowshoes. I still got mine out of the garage. I made those. You betcha. Show people how to make a snow camp, sleep out, cook out, how to build igloos if they want that, or I didn't care for an igloo. I just have a tent.
So again, just to reiterate, this hand is up, the thumb points up toward the sky, the thumb is wrapped around the crescent. I guess finger.
Okay, call it. Down slow. You can try to lean back on that and ride the system down. That's what you want there.
Steps are a little shorter, but
they may be.
Short system here. And one anchor point, another anchor point, and then off is your equalization system.
all yours.
Very helpful patient.
Yeah.
First of all, you're volunteering, and I think, you know, if you volunteer, even though it's not a day-to-day volunteer or anything like that, still, it means that you have something in you that you know goes beyond what the normal person would do.